So we're gonna work away from the south up.
Perfect. My video is dead perfect. I can hear you great.
Good. I mean, I can hear you good too, and me in the game, but it's just a little bit quiet. So maybe it's just because I have my volume down, like my overall volume's turned down when I play it back. So, anyways. Nice view of the town. I miss this field.
19.
Yeah, good times in this field.
I still have that picture saved on my phone. I was gonna post it to Instagram.
That was like such a great picture though. Honestly, now that we're running so much header crop, I think it's a good time to trade in on like some, get some 16 row black headers. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if we were gonna stick with
because Milo and soybeans, they don't really yield that.
No.
So.
But I was just saying. I mean, if we're gonna stick to New Holland, I'd rather get rid of that dual for an ATI. Can you squeeze in?
Yeah, we'll get rid of the dual and get an ATI, but I mean, really, to do it, to be fair, it really does need to get the hours on it.
Oh, I understand that.
But yeah, I'm all for trading in for a
that
ATI.
way, because for some reason those attachable duals don't really work that well in the server.
No.
The only time they show up for everybody is if you do. Oh crap!
So we're both planting corn. I haven't set a line yet. We'll do a headline, then we'll figure it out.
Turning my speed down.
Yeah, I have my speed set at like 10 or something.
And I just started another video. Do you really want me to send you these so you can, or are we gonna wait till harvest to do those?
Good, I'm recording as well, so.
Okay.
I don't know. I think maybe we'll try to do it during harvest, I guess.
Okay. Are you gonna put a link to my page on your page? Like how you have a link to your YouTube, are you gonna put it up there in the corner too?
Like what?
Like how you have a link to your actual link to your YouTube?
What do you mean?
Are you gonna put a link for my YouTube on your page?
My page?
Yeah.
I did.
I know. I meant in the corner so it doesn't get hidden under all your other pictures. Because on your side where it says your information, it's got your YouTube link.
Oh, it does?
I think it does.
I don't know. The way my page, I don't see any of that stuff with like how I view it.
Oh.
So I don't know what's all displayed and what's not. But yeah, I could put a link if you want.
What do I gotta do to make it so you get one? Do you have to hit the monetize option or no?
If you want ads, yeah.
No, I don't really want ads. I just wanna see if I can ever get to a point to make money off YouTube.
Well, yeah, that's what you do. You have you monetize.
Yeah, but you don't have ads, do you?
The ads that are on mine, they're just in the beginning, for like the first second before the video even starts, I think. I think some of my longer ones I put like stuff in the middle, but I mean, I try not to do that because there's really no point.
Oh yeah, these things are pulling like a dream in this field. I
Yeah.
love this field. So many great memories in this field. When was the first one the first big field we ever started off with?
I don't know. But yeah, this trying to figure out what we should price this per acre. It's like 11.5. Can you imagine owning land like this close to town on water?
The dude would be selling it to make millions.
He would lot this shit off so fast.
And here we are farming it just to piss off all the neighbors.
We're gonna put $3.50 bushel of corn on. $1 a bushel of corn. We're gonna lose our ass.
Wait till we get that big triple axle truck pulling doubles and we come flying through town.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Or if we ever get into cattle or pigs again and we gotta go sell pigs, you imagine the triple axle.
I have never sold a pig yet.
I have.
On this map.
Oh, not on this map. I edited Modern American in 13, the first V1 they had. I edited so I had like 10 pig marks.
It doesn't appeal to me at all, pigs.
Me and my buddy Nick that you talked to that one night, we were hauling pigs for like weeks straight.
What's he up to?
Not much right now. He can't drive for a week, or 6 weeks, so he's still waiting to get that cable put out of his knee, so he's not doing much right now. Why, what do you got in mind?
I was curious.
He'd show up more than Mr. No-Show. That was the perfect nickname for him in the group chat.
So accurate.
Or Mateus, bad internet.
The Brazilians. They all have bad internet. Even Julian says he has bad internet.
Raphael does, but that's because his sister plays Diablo.
Yeah, all three of them.
Raphael's got 3 sisters.
Yeah. I keep hinting at Julian. I'm like, hey, you know what would be really great? A Macdon Flex Draper.
What'd he say?
He just doesn't say anything anymore. Because I think he's like busy actually, like still harvesting.
I think so. He just go, cough, cough, I know you have it in blender.
Oh, Julian. I know you need a bigger draper for a Glenbear.
Cough, cough, I want a Delta track.
That would be great.
That red, that like normal versatile red on that Kinsey, I think would be like over the top.
That would be show-stopping. That would be showroom floor worthy.
There's our first miss spot.
Yeah, this is a little weird over here. I was missing some spots on that cultivator. But yeah, after I redid that new blue on that Kinsey and that pipe, it looks like a completely different model. It's great.
That light blue just pops.
And figured out the cylinder issue. Oh my god, I can't believe it's always the simplest shit.
I think
Always.
I think my favorite thing's got to be the actual logos for like the 1500 or the Kinsey.
Yeah, they're so much better than the last one.
The windows on the Kinsey are pretty nice to like see through.
Yeah.
I'd make it push. I'd put a button in there to charge it.
That's one thing I don't think I've ever seen is a script that allows you to like control a trailer with interactive control, you know, like I mean it has it so you can engage the PTO.
Yeah.
Like you could turn on and off.
What happens if you ever use like the script for course play? Not course play, but like GPS, you know how they got that interactive thing there?
The what?
Like your GPS, you know, when you hit your button to bring up all your GPS stuff.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but it's so far beyond my ability that.
Well, but I'm just saying.
But I mean, like the people that write those scripts for like that crazy ass bail spike and people that are writing, you know, the IC scripts and stuff like that, they would be able to figure it out, I'm sure. But
I mean, if you actually like got the picture of the Kinsey remote that comes with those new cards.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Or like
little remote in the corner. Here's the pipe. Here's this. Here's your on button.
yeah.
Jeez, I think we're gonna be under one full tank for this one.
Corn, I don't think corn uses as much seed as beans do.
Beans. Are you gonna? What was I gonna say? You gonna run it east, west, or north, south?
It's gonna go east-west. Just cause that's how I always do it, and
Works for me, boss. God, people are gonna be so happy. There's 3 videos on your page.
yeah, I upload 2 videos and like one guy immediately says, "Any more?" It's like, no. It's like I try to do a video a week. Like I'm pretty busy.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to get on and record an hour or 2 hours of videos in a week, you know.
Oh yeah, besides on like a Saturday morning or something. That's why I haven't really posted much, is because I really didn't do much when I got home from work, because it was just long, slow days of running circles to the ethanol plant.
Yeah. So you guys done hauling grain? You still hauling grain?
Oh, we're still hungry.
Or
We just opened our 1.3 million bushel ground bunker.
so do you guys load into trains, or do trains bring grain to you?
We load into trains and then ship them.
How many bushels would you say they ship out
Ship out?
on like a train?
Oh, in one train, a bean train's like 100 car trains like 440,000 bushels.
That's insane. Like, how do you fill that up? Do you just like keep the train on the whole time and slowly move it one car at a time?
Yep.
Or do you have the ability to fill multiple cars at once?
One car at a time.
How long does it take to fill a car?
Not very long. It takes about, I think it takes 15 hours to do 100 and some cars.
Alright. Do you guys run 2 or 3 shifts?
One.
One shift?
Yep.
Is it all the same crop, or do you ship kind of like corn and beans?
It's one crop per train, usually. Because the beans go usually to Seattle and that area.
Yeah.
And then all of our corn gets shipped down to like Texas to all the big cattle yards.
They're shipping it for food?
Yep.
What are they shipping the beans for?
Sent overseas.
You guys do wheat?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any beet facilities by you?
No. nobody, I don't think anybody in South Dakota does sugar beets.
That's more east.
Table country. Yeah. Then you get West River, you get into the sunflower.
Yeah, because you're over kind of by Coors country, aren't you? Contracted wheat farmers.
Not really. Not many guys do wheat around us. Most guys that do wheat do it so that they can cut an early crop to spread all their manure out of their.
How is that vertical fracture oil drilling now, or whatever it's called, horizontal?
Pipeline? The pipeline, you mean?
Where it was out, was it North or South Dakota where they had that big oil boom?
North Dakota.
Because they're scrubbing, they're basically using surfactant soaps to get the oil out, aren't they?
I think so. They were going to build a pipeline through South Dakota, I just haven't heard much on it lately.
So I have to figure out a good old line for 19.
I'd say overlap some of the stuff you did on the south just to make sure you get a straight line.
I'll save this as
19.
I don't really like that line.
Come on, back up, back up. Screenshot.
Alright. I saved the line. I don't know if it's a good one or not, but
On what?
19. It was what was saved there before, so it must be from my DN. DN work.
Yeah, because I think you were the only one that DN'd that.
No, we both did this.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be a dick, too. Have fun with the little badge.
You son of a bitch.
I don't think this is. Maybe it is straight across.
Yeah. You're gonna be a dick, huh?
You're gonna have to go a ways that way to turn around.
Well, you're pretty much gonna have to come up here all the way too, so. This idiot. Nice thing is, the game kind of has sectional control built in, because it doesn't use seed
Yeah.
over which you already planted. So.
Except when you're spraying.
Yeah. This looks pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these planters, you don't think they're big planters, but you're covering some serious ground.
60 foot.
Yeah, I'm glad I got that alfalfa planted.
Imagine if we did 36 to alfalfa too.
I really want to pick up those fields over there next season. 35, 36, 16.
We need to get loans paid off so we can actually buy fields.
Yeah.
That's right. You stopped.
We have 2.2 million in loans to pay off, and we're pretty much not going to touch any of that.
No, not by the time we trade any equipment.
After we trade in equipment, and I don't know, might have to buy some smaller bins. I don't know. We have 300 more days, or 220 more days to pay off the loan, like 2.2 million. So basically, we're scheduled to have over 2 million in revenue at this season. Like what we're planning right now is going to be like 1.1 million without great demand. So
Yeah, when bean and corn go, that's when we'll make a lot of money.
yeah, the bean great demand's coming up in 2 days. So we'll probably pull in, 500,000 from that.
I'm kind of glad you added Milo and sunflower because now there's more.
I was
corn
bored.
there.
I was really sick of just corn and beans, and I'm sure there's going to be some kind of issues with it because I've never done it before and I don't know what it looks like in game, but I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of adjustment of like the lines on the map. And, the yields should be pretty close because I mean the only thing I don't know is seed usage, but I'm assuming like Bulgur's big map is pretty close because his usage and yields are pretty close to what I'm doing. So
Yeah. Well, at least now there's more corn header work instead of all
draper
work.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what we burned off is watching that reel go round and round and round. It's like,
And I'd like to do more corn, but we just can't sell
can't
it,
do
you know.
anything. You might now. You remember now we got bigger trailers.
Yeah, we could definitely move more grain if we're both running. Especially if it's and it's not that big of a hassle to go around that bin. I opened it up so it's a little bit more friendly.
Oh, you did?
Turning around those
Well,
bins.
I'm just surprised how those 236 foots actually pull.
I know, right? Do they not pull like so much nicer?
Oh, they pull nice in real life. You put those triple Wilson train that you saw the picture of.
Yeah,
They pull great in real life.
I bet. There's so much more rubber, there's so much more axle, there's so much more braking power and stabilization.
Well, I mean, it takes you longer to get up and get going, and you gotta take corners a little wider, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun watching those big old things come blowing into the field and then out the field they go if a fourth person ever gets on the run trunk.
I think your buddy Nick was probably going to be the next up.
Oh yeah, I was giving him shit. I go, guess what? What? You're gonna be a truck driver again.
I need to finish that cat truck though.
I go, don't worry. We won't be like your last boss. They'll let you do smooth tractor driving.
We'll get him a 45-foot Manducato.
Yeah, I said, it'll be just like your old job. You'll be driving truck and running field roller. My field roller was double what your guys' is. I go, yeah, but we don't have a tractor big enough to pull that yet. Nor do we have a use for a 90-foot field roller.
Yeah. This isn't
West River.
This isn't South Salem, South Dakota 8X map.
Well, where he worked, which is like middle of South Dakota, South Dakota, they had a couple fields that were 400 acres, a couple half sections, and a couple full section fields.
I kind of lift this drop bar up a little bit, just so it's not flush and flat, you know? If you bump it up a few clicks, it seems to do pretty good. Kind of levels out the bar.
There's a guy West River that's got a 4,000 acre field.
What's the point?
Because it's West River, there's a lot of dead roads. So why have dead roads? You just tills under the roads. I think so. If I remember correctly, my buddy said it was like 6.5 miles by 3 miles wide.
How do you even manage that? How do you, like...
Sunflower, you do it in sections.
Yeah. I guess if it's all on GPS and on your computer, it's no different than if it's multiple fields, but...
Yeah, and most guys that farm over 3,000 are going to have GPS.
And it's all your yield maps are incorporated into your variable rate or your section control prescriptions.
Yeah, they variable rate plan too.
I'd say like the average field in Wisconsin is probably like 80 to 100 acres. I'd say most of them that I see are right around that. There's probably like some around 140, a couple around 250. They don't get much bigger than that. And most of them are irrigated, so.
Yeah, we have some irrigators around here. Don't really need it. Unless you get into the really sandy soil.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone run tile though.
That's a big thing around here.
But I mean the ground's so hilly that it doesn't really...
Yeah.
It's natural, like... There's really no need for tile because there really isn't much standing water because it's so high off the water table. And then where there is drainage issues is, you know, in like a bowl shape thing, so it's not like tile's gonna help with that.
They must be giving out awards today for the NFL.
For the what?
NFL must be giving away the yearly rewards today.
Yeah, I saw AP got the FedEx.
Yeah, Panthers coach got the coach of the year. JJ Watt got defensive player.
Is that second year in a row?
Third. Eric Berry named comeback player of the year after beating cancer. Todd Gurley won the rookie. Marcus Peters won defensive rookie.
Can you imagine if GPS mod didn't exist?
Oh, Lord help us all.
I would actually have to script in these ridge units to actually like plow.
Yeah. And then you gotta make sure that you do it right so you don't knock the one into the other one, otherwise you're gonna plow right through where you just planted.
It's actually pretty easy to script these ridge markers in.
I just love how that 27, 20, or 26, 23 actually sped up tillage.
What?
I was not thinking we were going to get all of our cultivating done in 24 hours, and all of a sudden I look back and I go, oh crap, we still got 6 hours to burn.
Yeah, it averaged, I think, over total acreage and operating time on that tractor, including road time, it was 58 acres an hour.
I'll take that.
And you know, I mean, we had very minimal road time, so it's not like we're driving down the road 30 miles.
No.
So I would say it's probably pretty dang close to 60 acres an hour if you're in the field.
It never stopped moving when we were on.
Yeah, that really helped out on the chisel plow too.
Oh, that cat really yanks that chisel plow.
27 and a half hours we put on that kitty rental, so.
So we only went over by 3.5 and we were basically done with tillage.
I mean, we had it for like 2 days, but actual tillage time was 27 and a half hours. But
yeah, because Mateus wanted me on. He goes, "Go plow." I said, "No, use the kitty." Oh, okay.
yeah, I think he finished field 1 while the kitty was just sitting. Whatever.
No, I think I was on that night. I'm the one that actually, I think I was driving the cat. Then I started lagging, so I left. We're annihilating this field.
I'm having fun planting.
Can you imagine harvest with us with 16-year-old heads, Mike in the cart and my buddy trying to run trucks? Oh,
Well,
boy.
if we get the T97, Mike will have it made, really.
Well, yeah, and then the good thing about Mike is he's got like, what is it, 100,000 in each truck or 96,000 each truck?
It's like 80. I think it came out to 2,400 bushels with a 10-inch heap over the water line.
Yeah, well, and it's not like Nick's really got to go 40 miles to drop the truck off and dump trailer, so I think we'll be a quick harvest, which is going to be the sad part, because then we'll be right back to tillage.
God. You guys aren't giving me enough time to make a 2730.
Well, you'll have a bunch of spraying time.
The DN was pretty fun though. That was different. We don't usually do that, so.
No, doing what we did, and like, so if Mateus does get on, or say somebody else is on, they can almost start DNing while we're 3 of us or 4 of us are combining, if we ever get 5 of them.
Yeah, if I get the field prescriptions done in time, then we'd be able to be like, yeah, just do that, do that, do that. But I mean, you really only do that if you own the spreader. You don't like rent it while harvesting, because that means the whole idea is you put down nutrients and then you plow it. If you take 3 days to till and then you take 2 days to put down your application, well, you just lost a bunch of money, because you need like 2 days to till that stuff in if you're doing pre-plant. So I think what we'll do this time is we'll probably just
wait.
We'll probably just go right to tillage, and then.
Well, I figured get done with harvest, get to the next growth stage. You get all your information done. So if like a night, say me, you, Mike, and Nick are on, 2 of them go out and start plowing, and 2 of them take the DNs out and just go hog wild with the DN, while the other 2 are tilling. I think we could get everything done in 4 days.
Yeah.
Who knows, after next season, you might have to rent 2 kitty or 2 26-23s.
Yeah, if we were to just cultivate everything and not chisel plow, because we pretty much did massive amount of chisel plowing this last season, so.
You have 36, 16, 9, or 8, there's going to be a lot of ground.
Usually you only chisel plow if you want to save money and get a big spike in your nutrients, so.
Or have a bunch of compaction issues.
You know, if you're spending all that money to get the nutrients up in a new field, you really gotta chisel plow. 'Cause, I mean, some of these fields we put, you know, 40,000 worth of nutrients into them.
You also got to remember you're picking up 4 huge fields that are probably going to need a spike in nutrients.
Definitely. But it's weird because these fields that we haven't plowed, they don't read any data, and then when you update after plowing it, like updates, and so it's kind of like a guess because you don't really know where you're at.
Yeah. Well, let's just spread NPK, chisel it, and then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, I definitely like broadcasting lime and chisel plowing in lime and chisel plowing in NPK and the residue.
Well, now that we got our yields up to where they're like our nutrients up,
yeah,
maybe we won't have to spray so much.
That's why I did it. Is I went the route that we did. I wanted to really load it up front, so we could just kind of easily maintain stuff and maybe like broadcast a little bit of lime here and there. You know, because there's some fields where we couldn't broadcast. Some fields that we were plowing, we couldn't put down lime because it would spike pH too much.
Yep.
But after 1 or 2 growths, it will be slightly acidic, so it still needs an application of lime in probably like half the fields. So, but you could just broadcast and let it kind of incorporate in by itself. You don't need to plow it in or disc it in or anything. So there'll be a little bit more DN work, I think, after we finish planting.
Good thing if you ever get that grow gator box done, then you could actually top dress nitrogen like we do in real life.
Yep. That'd be a cool mod. A really nice, detailed, well done RG 1300, 130 foot boom, or 35.
120.
They only go to 120?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's usually 90, 120 per 100.
Well, even at 120, that's 30 feet more than what we have now. I mean, 90 is really small on this.
Patriot.
On some of these, and the tank capacity is only what, 800 gallon?
Yeah, so with that 1300, you can max it out to where it blew off the top or blew off the hose and go underneath. It's like 1375 or 1350 for gallons.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of the time with those sprayers, you're running back and forth to refill, so.
Yeah. We're finding somebody that has to run truck that doesn't want to run truck.
And we go through, you know, probably 4 semis worth of liquid.
At least. If you're spraying the herbicide, you're spraying double-lettered herbicide. Oh boy, you go through it in a hurry.
Yeah, that has a really low. Or I should say high usage per acre. And it's expensive, so. But the nice thing is when you accelerate time, soil mod doesn't like count that as a day. Like if you fast forward like 5 days, it still only counts it as 1, so it's like kind of cheating, but it doesn't recognize it unless you like go through a full day like at real time. I noticed that because like I put down AA and I accelerated like 2 weeks and it was still in the field. Usually it's only supposed to be there for like 3 days. And then it goes away.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's cool. But I mean, I don't really know if there's really a huge benefit to actually like applying herbicide, really.
Not unless they made it so that if you do spread manure, that's usually the time you're going to get your most weed.
I don't think it's that complicated. He came out with that version 2.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't updated that yet, but I think
you can do manual weed prevention.
Yeah, and I think there's some different changes, like how much, if you till in crops, it kind of change. I think he made some different changes and stuff, but I'd have to look at it. I was just preoccupied with other stuff.
Because I know a lot of guys around here don't do manual weed
No, that's pretty much like an organic farmer these days. So. Or like if you have like a little personal garden, you pull out your tiller, your little mantis. But it is cool that they're making new kind of working areas for soil mod. And so I imagine compaction's going to be coming around in the next couple months to differentiate between like different kind of deep tillages.
Which will be nice. Like that kid on your Instagram. Do you guys use controlled farming or controlled traffic farming? No.
What's that?
Basically, if you no-till, you try to leave the...
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, if compaction did get in game, I think that'd be something to actually, like...
Oh, yeah.
And then you can, like, take, like, the 2100 and just rip your headlands and rip your traffic.
Well, that's where you try to get, like, trucks stay on the very edge of the field and the grain cart tries to follow the combine tracks so he's not making movements.
Yeah, because what do they say? Most of your compaction's in the first pass, like 70% of it? Or...
Your headlands get the most because of all the truck traffic in and out of the field.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that fully loaded tandem there in real life probably gonna weigh close to 110, 112,000 pounds.
Easy.
If not more loaded. Because me with my one is like 80 pounds. So you add on...
But just think how much more dynamic it would make the game. I mean, soil mod is great. But just adding that extra little component, I mean, that completely changes our tillage practices, makes us be a little bit more cautious during harvest. It's just, how do they do that? Like, you know how it's like multiple, he has like 2 layers now and they're like invisible for like soil moisture. I think if you could like track the wheels, like with the wheel length script, and then you like figure out the total weight of your vehicle, which is easy to do because it's right in your XML on all the components. You would be able to like do like a weighted scale, and like it would like paint in this invisible layer where you've been. It would look like a wheel lane map, but instead it would be a map of compaction.
Yeah.
I think it's not that difficult. It wouldn't be that difficult to do, really. I feel like they pretty much have done it already with the moisture and wheel lanes. They just need to kind of combine the two together to make something, and then write a work area of like deep tillage that erases it. You know?
Yeah.
And ta-da! And then the heavier the vehicle, you know, it does like surface area of wheels against the weight of the vehicle, so you get PSI. The more PSI, the faster your compaction goes up. I don't know.
I'm betting right now I'm probably gonna have 800 minutes of video upload time.
800 minutes?
That 48-minute video told me that it was like 267 minutes to upload.
Yeah, well, you need to understand that you're uploading at 60 frames per second, 1080, you know, HD. So.
Oh yeah. And I have a 48-minute video, and now I have an hour and 10, and then how long it takes us to plant this.
Well, we're getting close to the shorter passes coming up here on our way back. So.
Yeah, but we're still a long ways from the shop.
Yep. But this is a 120 acre field, and 37's like, I'm gonna look.
37's got to be way less because we are now over a full tank already.
It is 90 acres. 19 is 119 acres.
Because I just broke under 50%.
Yep, this field is
huge.
30 acres more than 37.
I want to do 33 corn sometime.
We'll get there.
Mike!
Mike! We'll have to section that probably.
Section it in.
We did what,
Four.
4 sections?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No. We would never make it to the other side with 16 row heads before we.
No, not even with a bin extension. Maybe if we like do no-till and no nutrients.
I can just see us yelling at Mike. Mike, where are you? We're full. I'm not even to the other side to get to the truck.
I haven't even unloaded yet.
God damn it, we're gonna need another cart.
Yeah, get little kitty on a 1100, big kitty or something like on a 1500.
I figured you'd throw the T9 450 ATI on little Inzy.
I do like the blue on blue. Blue on blue looks mighty fine.
Oh, it does.
I like doing these, importing the Giants machines into Blender and making them a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
Because they're nice models, and you just add scripts to them and a few animations, and they're pretty nice. It's definitely beats building something from the ground up.
Oh, yeah.
Texturing's the worst in UV mapping. Oh my god.
I think it'd be fun with your new beat trailer. I think one of these nights we'd have to do beats again.
Maybe buy the Homer DLC and have a nice self-propelled for once.
Maybe. Do you imagine that? Or if you had a self-propelled, one oxbow, and 2 trailers, that'd make for a fun night.
Yeah.
You need 2 trucks.
Well, we could probably do like field 15 or something to beats, or 29, and make it easy. Put a tire on the front of a truck. Push. Push.
I was kind of going to bring up that idea to you if you just make like a tire on the front of that cat and just make it invisible until you hit the button.
Or like a attachable, like you can buy it and it attaches. The pusher tire.
I would not let Nick drive truck, because if he comes pushing, he might come full bore like we did on Nebraska.
Well, we were pushing with a full load trailer. Come on!
Yeah.
Come on! That was fun. We were just like going ham with shitty mods. Made those mowers to defoliate. What did we do? We rented like 5 little shitty tractors and put them on those little defoliators just to open up for the 3 sections pull type lifter. God. Just lifting beats like nobody's business.
Watch out, I'm coming. Holy crap, I'm coming too fast. Oh shit. Wham in the back of the truck. This plan's I'm kinda liking playing with a small, detailed planter.
You know, I was really I built this planter just for this moment right now. Like, we haven't done this yet.
We've done it with the in-game planner.
Yep. I wanted to run 2 DB 24 rows, and now it's happened. And
My lifelong goal has been made.
I built this planner how long ago? Just finally getting around to running dual planters in multiplayer.
Could you imagine like a photo of if we did it right, have like the cultivator running in front of like 26, 23 going in front of the planter on Big Kitty, and then 2 of us with 24 row planters and Mini Kitty going behind it.
Or if we had like a big ass John Deere pulling it, 9570 RT, and then like some 8370 RTs, road track on the planters.
Are you starting to update the model that Sirius did, or what?
No, that's the one I've been kind of like farting around with. I have my finished 8R with basic scripts, but I'm kind of not really focusing on deer right now, except for maybe just a 2730 and then redoing my 2720. But I'm kind of over deer at the moment and trying to focus on stuff that other people don't have. Like,
I like blue and yellow.
What?
The blue, yellow are kind of nice in game. I think that versatile 310 that you were doing, I think that match Raphael's Delta track if you ever got that done.
Are the interiors the same, or are they different?
It might be a little different. I know the interior don't change much from an 8R to a 9R.
Because I mean, if he does a really great job on the interior, I would probably like finish up that tractor, because interior is 60-70% of the whole model work. So
I mean, it don't change much in tractors. If you go from tractor to combine to sprayer, yeah, it's gonna change a lot.
yeah.
But like 9R and 8R, they don't change much.
Yeah, I'm just kind of redoing some of my older models, just trying to up the quality a little bit. New textures, more detail in the model, updating the scripting.
I wish Giants would really come out with a fix to the bail leg when you use their in-game picker-upper.
Do what?
Like Giants, when you use that 16, that cruising auto stack, how bad it legs the game.
Oh, when you unload?
Yeah. I'm thinking I might switch to Raphael. Was Raphael or Julian made that small one? Julian, right?
Well, that was converted from 13, but
Oh.
it's nice, but it has like a really weird turning situation.
I mean, the cruising works, it just...
You pretty much just need to like keep turning to one side.
I guess if I ever use that cruising again to pick them up, I'd probably pick up 8 of them at a time and go dump the 8 and come back, grab more, 8 more instead of grabbing 16 at a time.
You can stack 16 as long as you're probably like a good distance away when you unload the other. Like if you're like a tractor width in between, I think that like what I did with the bales when I did 20, I didn't get any leg from that. But it's when you drive into it, yeah, it's definitely, I think the bale stacker stacks it like the collisions into one another, so it's...
Oh yeah, because I mean, if you put 3 full loads right next to each other, go try and drive the telehandler in there, it's also like games like, screw you, nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah, you put your fork in it, it's like, like treads, just spazzes the fuck out.
Then you get Mike who spazzes out when he tries to do it, and he goes and blows through the stack.
Yeah, where that little red one, it only stacks them, what, 6 high?
I think 6 or 5 high, or 4 high, yeah.
It's like 12 total.
question is, are we even going to make it to the other side of the field before we both out?
Yeah, I think we will. We're at 37%. I mean, this field's only 30 acres more, which is 30%. We're only covering 30% more ground.
Yeah. And we were at 50-50, so I bet we'll be down around 15% by the time we get back to the other side.
Yeah. This is a nice field to plant, nice field just for about everything. Easy to broadcast, easy to spray, easy to plant, easy to harvest.
Yeah, when I tilled it, I went along the road.
Yeah. You always do that though.
It's easier. Not a lot less turning, more rounds, longer rounds. Till you get to the west side, then there's some short rounds.
Yeah, I like doing it like this because it's all pretty much very kind of like the same.
Yep.
Same length per pass over the whole field. I think this is how most people would do it. Because it's not straight, that road's not straight. That headland isn't, it's like kind of curvy, it goes in and out, so it's not.
Ooh. I can't wait till harvest.
As we just started planting.
Yeah, but just think of the mashup videos that we can actually make, like realistic 5-minute or 12-minute YouTube videos, like views from the combine, views from the carts.
Yeah, gonna have to learn how to edit videos.
I'm at 55 minutes on the video already, and we're not even done playing this game.
I love that real daylight mod with the remove haze. It just makes everything pop now.
And the nights are finally darker like they need to be in real life.
I kind of brightened it up a little bit because it was too dark. I bumped it up just a few points on the parabolic curve. Because it runs in, like, the way it's scripted, it's scripted as like a parabola. So if you just kind of reduce it, the slope, it's not as pitch black.
Oh, it was pitch black before.
Yeah, now it's still dark, but you can actually still see in front of your face.
Before it was like you were in the middle of a barn in the middle of the night.
You couldn't see anything. Yeah, it was too dark. Even if you had a full moon, you still couldn't see anything.
Are you there? Marco, hello.
Need to have a black guy open his eyes and smile. It was funny, we, in high school, we only had like 2 black people in our whole high school. And one of them, he was like the whitest person you'd ever meet. Jordan Estes? Anyways, we were out in the middle of the night. Like, we'd always like chalk people's cars and stuff like that, like our friends. Or like put like marshmallow puff cream on the windows. Stuff like that.
We did that in college with window markers. We did like 60 cars in the school parking lot one night.
Yeah, that's what we do. Cause like in Northwest Wisconsin, there's nothing to do at, you know, summer nights. You know, you're bored as hell. There's nothing going on. You got all the time in the world. So
all
we just.
All that got ruined when my buddy got a ticket for having a big window chalk penis in the back window of his pickup.
Yeah, so one night it was like super dark out and we're all in like black everything and we can't see any, like we don't know where each other are and we're like hiding out like undercover and then all of a sudden I look over and I see Esther's because his eyes are open and he's smiling. Like I remember watching the Simpsons episode of like it's pitch black and you just see the smiling eyes. It's like so stereotypical and I just like lost it. I'm like I can't believe that's like the reflection from his eyes and his teeth from the moon. I'll never forget.
I think I might have to look into buying a pickup that's not a dually for this game.
Get that nice Chevy I showed you.
Should.
I think it's worth it.
I wouldn't be opposed to like newer Ford F-250.
Put like a fuel trigger on the back of it.
With make a little fuel tank.
Yeah.
Either that or retextured and Thunder Creek that Donald made.
Yeah, I've never used that. I was thinking
that's what a lot of people have those around here. A lot of guys are starting to buy those.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Since you and Donald got called out that night.
What?
That night, you and Donald both got a video made about you.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. You remember it.
I've had so many people make videos of me.
It's the one that always has been trying to get at you for the last couple of years. Or the last couple of months.
Fat Kevin?
Yeah, he made one about Donald too. Then
Why?
he made one. I don't know. Then he made one about how he has to babysit a bunch of FS kids.
Oh,
Or
Jesus.
chaperone. But he made one about Donald. They had Donald flipped out at it or something.
That guy's such a fat idiot. Yeah, the moment a felon has to babysit me, a DMD.
I left a lot of those pages already because like, I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I just block people. Like, I just literally cannot handle when they go full retard.
They just got too much.
It's... Dude, like... people are like, he's a fraud! He buys all of his models! It's like...
Yeah. You go find me the kitty in a model.
Please show me where I can buy these mods, because I would love to buy them, because it would save me a lot of time from building them. Please show me where I could download these and purchase these.
It's not a bad thing to buy models. I don't know why people are so pissed at you for buying models for semi. But everybody buys models for pickups.
It's the first model I ever bought because I'm not putting 250 hours into building a truck. I'm not that passionate about trucks. I just want a nice truck.
I want a heavy haul truck. I want a truck that nobody got. Ooh, cat truck. I'll take it.
Yep. And then guess what? They had to go copy Joe. I swear to God. I feel like a shepherd and a retarded flock of sheep just keep following me and never leave me alone. Make kitty, someone else makes kitty. I make planters, people try to make planters. I make 2623, people make 2623. It's like, it just never ends. And it's always after I make it. It's never before.
Well, that Benny kid had made that post on AEM about making one a long time ago. He just never knew how to do it.
Yeah. But it's funny with that cat truck. I've never seen so much butthurt off of one single picture.
Hey, yeah, that picture exploded worse than your kitty did when you started making it.
Yeah, that's...
Like, it's a truck. Well, you said he built it. No, he never said he built it.
Where did I say I ever built it? You said I built it.
Well,
I didn't.
It doesn't help that Matt Carnes is now on Facebook and goes, he builds all his mods. I go, okay, the semi and the pickup weren't built, but the pickup was bought, the semi was bought. Okay, there's 2 models that were bought.
People are retarded.
It's that gooseneck, was that the built model or was that bought off Turbo Squid?
What?
The gooseneck, the 5th wheel.
That was built by Kramer J in 13.
Because I think that Jetco was off of Turbo Squid.
Abel's?
It wasn't. Well, it was Abel's, but somebody else textured it.
Yeah, he's got a big thing in the credits for it. I didn't really look at it.
That Cornhusker's off Turbo Squid.
No. That was built by the person that built it put it on Turbo Squid, but
Okay.
it was never purchased. Same with he put a lot of his other trailers, like his flatbeds and stuff like that, on there, but they were never on Turbo Squid. They were in Farm Sim, converted from Truck Sim before they were ever on Turbo Squid. Yeah. So they sent them to me before they even uploaded to Turbo Squid.
Yeah. Well, the Cornhusker was out in 13, and then I happened to notice there was a quad axe and spread axe on Turbo Squid.
The van trailer, yeah. I mean, it's all on. You can buy the models now, but they were never originally on there before they're in game.
No.
Because that's that Mark and the Corby, they the Matt Kelly and all them guys, the trucks and
I
guys.
gotta admit, his one, the one that Corby had, that triple axle low boy, that thing's pretty nice.
Yeah, I have it ready to in game, but the only thing is it doesn't have the expanding sides like the Easy Load does.
So you'd have to go add those.
So, well, it's not built. It's not.
Oh.
It's not built for those, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just built to get longer. Like you can put like a tractor and a grain cart on it probably, you know, and haul that all at the same time. But the Easy Load is nice because you can transport, you know, your big combines and stuff on that.
I guess if you just really wanted to make that Easy Load easier, just make it so you got that flip axle on the back so it flips down for a third axle.
Yeah. I like my easy to load. Works good.
Oh yeah, it does.
I was actually gonna buy it and then surprise you guys with it. Just transport stuff, but maybe when we buy a second farm, like that big grain farm or something.
Are you going the north grain farm or the east grain farm when we do this?
I'd like to go with the north, because we haven't been over there, and we got a lot of land over there, and when you buy the farm, it comes with the bin. Where this bee farm down at the southeast, the farm and the bin are separate.
Are all the buildings at the north farm with it or no?
I have all the farms under one big trigger, so you have to buy it, and it includes all the buildings and stuff like that. The dairy farm across the road here, you can buy that farm, it's all blocked off, and then the shed, you can buy and use that shed in the grain bin without buying the dairy farm. So
I gotta admit that north farm, but the best thing about that north farm is the big cement wash pad out there.
yeah, it looks super sharp now that I put in that road and I made the terrain nice. It looks nice and clean over there. I know you didn't want me to put a paved dirt road, but it's gonna make driving back there so much easier.
No, I actually like that paved dirt road's actually starting to catch on to me. I mean, I like the paved dirt road more than the paved road.
Yeah, I put it by our south farm too, just because I was kind of sick of looking at all the asphalt.
And that, as much as people want to complain, that paved dirt texture road,
Yeah.
that's way nicer than the
Yeah, that's. I mean, you still get
I mean,
the nice look of a gravel, but you get the nice driving
and there's
physics of
quite a few
nice.
gravel roads I can go 60 mile an hour down and not have to worry about all of a sudden
Exactly.
sliding.
Exactly. The only time you have a really shitty gravel road is if it's like a low maintenance logging road or something.
Where are you putting in 11 north?
Folding up the DB planter.
Because 11 would be an easy one to do. One of us does the north side and one of us starts on the south side.
Let me
That
consult.
used a lot. That used a lot of seed. Holy crap.
19 was spec'd at 19,216 liters of seed.
That's about right.
So, which comes
Well,
out to $4,800.
yeah, but if you look at it, you've got 2,500 left. I've got a shade under 2,300, so there's about 5,000. We're about right on the money.
Yep. We put in about 11,000 of nitrogen, 5,000 of PK, 7,600 of NPK. The lease on this field is about 30,000 every 20 days. Yeah, oh, what is, you want to know what 11? North and south are both beans, so